In this video, we're going to be reacting and responding to some of the craziest comments we got on my Palantir video. In case you haven't seen it, yesterday I posted a video. It's already at almost 100,000 views about why Palantir might be the next $1 trillion company after Tesla. And of course, a lot of you didn't like it. A lot of you loved it. A lot of reaction and emotional responses form across the board, as you would expect with a controversial title and thumbnail like that. When you put $500 per share on the thumbnail, and you claim it's a $1 trillion company in the title, there's going to be a lot of emotions. Now, part of the reason we use these controversial titles and thumbnails is just to get you to click. That's a little bit clickbaity. That's kind of the point. But in this specific video, I didn't do it for the algorithm. I honestly, bona fide, believe that this company is a $1 trillion company and that the $500 per share is actually my price target for this company long term. So it was one of those cases where we have a clickbaity title and thumbnail, and yet I actually believe in this, and this was not clickbait for a change. How funny was that? Now, it still didn't prevent from over 750 of you to comment on the video, and while I'd love to go ahead and type a comment to every single one of you, I cannot. That is why we'll do this video. I'm going to react, respond, and share with you my opinion about some of the craziest shit you said in the comment section. Okay, so the first comment is from Bruce Wyburn. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Bruce is actually a subscriber on the channel. I can see by this logo right here. Shout out to you, Bruce. Bruce is saying Elon did not say his company was overvalued. His tweet was that the stock price is too high. Hence, the stock split happened and lowered the share price. He's talking, of course, about the famous tweet where Elon tweeted out that the company is overpriced, overvalued, or the share price is too high. Essentially, he's saying that was a troll. He wasn't really saying that the company is overvalued, but he was basically hinting about a possible split, which sounds a lot like Elon. I don't have any issues with that comment. I kind of agree with that. And still, I don't know a lot of CEOs who would troll their shareholders like that, because it may run the risk of actually taking a hit on your share price. The fact that he did it shows a lot of confidence in the company. That's why I actually like Elon and Tesla. But actually a good comment. I'm going to give Bruce a like right here. Okay. Collab them says, I love that Trump haters are keeping the price down. I have no idea why Trump haters have anything to do with Palantir, to be honest with you. But I mean, the price staying down is just a temporary effect, in my opinion. If we're going to look at this stock in 5 to 10 years, you're probably going to see much higher valuations. But I honestly don't understand how Trump has anything to do with this. But you're getting a like every single comment on this. Now, another subscriber, Pro Jensen, I hope I pronounced your name. 182 subs. I was something like 500 right now. Okay. So, okay. He has 500 subscribers. He's shouting me out for 182,000. Love you as well, my man. Thank you for the shout out. I'm going to give you a like right here. Bingo sound effects. Another subscriber on the channel. Here you go. Matt, who's not subscribed. Matt, come on. He's saying something really interesting. Let me unpack his comment because it's quite a lot here. So Matt is saying, Tom, I respect your opinions. I must say that I follow you for a little time only. Please do not feel offended by I feel you're more an analyst than a trader. I've been saying that about myself for the better part of a year. I am an analyst. I'm not a trader investor. I mean, I don't share my portfolio. I share my opinions. So there's no way to offend me with the truth. So I completely agree. I'm more of a trader, by the way, and that's fine. I like your opinions. Good. But when you say Palantir is going to explode because it spent 17 years developing business model, well, in the next 17 years, it may be dead already. Of course, there's always a risk in the stock market that something would not pan out. Every single stock has a probability of going to zero, some probability. The fact that they spent 17 years in research and development, actually building stuff that work for the US Department of Defense, which helped them do a lot of stuff like catching Osama bin Laden and some other stuff reportedly they've been doing, proves to me that those 17 years actually move their product to new heights that other companies cannot get to, even if they want to. It's a really big moat for me. But thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. You should be subscribed. Come on. Gustav Wallstrom, again, Gustav, come on, subscribe. You're not a subscriber? Jesus. Could you make a Tom Nash competitive analysis of Palantir? None of those other CRM system work. And look, compared to this, I work in Microsoft Silverlight, which is a good, yeah. So he's essentially saying here, exactly, they don't tell you anything unless you turn the page to read. Salesforce might be one, Oracle, SAP. So all of these CRM systems are great. And in fact, a lot of major companies use those. And in fact, I'm invested, I think, in some of these. I really like Oracle and I like CRM, which is Salesforce. However, what I want to explain here is that I just gave you a little example. That Salesforce kind of equivalent software that we saw in the IBM demo is just one teeny tiny percentage of what Palantir are doing. I just use this to emphasize and kind of showcase how they take an existing CRM and they make it from a moped into a spaceship. That's the word I used, right? They actually give you predictive tools of what to suggest to your clients. Now, a lot of you have rightfully said in the comments that, similar tools do exist, predictive, suggestive tools, and I agree. However, the strength of Palantir is in the quality of that suggestion. It is completely superior to anything else as far as the quality of the suggested data, and I'm going to show you in a bit why. But I completely agree that their CRM based on the IBM demo we saw is superior to anything else I've ever worked with. I think I've used Microsoft as a CRM before, but I know the others as well. So yeah, you get a like. Team Travel Nomad says, Tom, you raved about the AI sales promotion recommendations, but they weren't Palantir. They're coming from IBM Watson. Well, here's the thing, Tim. It's a collab. That's the whole idea of a collab. The IBM Watson is being used with the Palantir data and the way Palantir present and input data into Watson to create this beast. So that's the whole idea of collaboration and creating this. I call it the three-headed beast. IBM, Amazon, and Palantir. I agree. Without Watson, that thing doesn't work. That's what makes it superior to any suggested models that you have with Salesforce or other CRM providers. But again, there's going to be room for all of these. I don't think Palantir is going to take over this CRM world. That's not their goal. That's just one teeny tiny part of what they're doing. This was just like a showcase of their capabilities. The fact that they can interact with Watson that easily is also impressive. Dan, a subscriber, let's go. I was going to stop buying it, but now I'm pumped to buy more. Thanks, non-advisor Tom. Shout out to you. Great work, Tom. Can we have your opinion on Teladoc? Not familiar with it. I'll take a look. Nice. I'm buying the dip tomorrow. What do you think? 22.50. I don't know. You should do whatever fits your portfolio risk best. I probably will buy more shares tomorrow for myself, but do your own research. This is not financial advice. So I'm not going to be answering these kinds of questions, allegedly. Louis J. La 95 says, I appreciate the content. By chance, can you do an in-depth look into Nokia? I'll do my best. Very good insights. Thank you. Subscribe. Here you go. You should have a subscriber badge right here, Arnaldo. Are you really subscribed? I'm just kidding. It's all good. Chavi Rodriguez, agree. Like, and he's a subscriber. You see this little badge right here. 90 shares of Palantir. I want more. Yeah. His name is Nicholas Mat. Will Isa says, Tom, care to take a guess of a time frame you could see 1 trillion valuation? Probably 5 years. That's my guess. I don't know, Tom. I'm working 20 plus years in CRM. Here we go. We got some CRM people pushing back. Let's read it. I don't know, Tom. I'm working for 20 plus years in CRM and implementing campaign automation. There's nothing new here. Next best action campaigns are not really new. Data mining, not really new. There's no AI. Data mining is not new. Powered by Watson models. Oh my God, IBM is so bad. Look out for HCL. Well, here's where we diverge. We don't have to agree on the things we say on this channel and the things you think. It's a competitive analysis of what I just said. However, the point I'm going to present to you is that this little CRM example which I used, by the way, I don't agree with your analysis, but it's okay. We don't have to agree. And we can actually have a discussion. But let me just tell you that my valuation of Palantir is not based on the CRM system. My valuation of Palantir is of a great scale AI company over the next 5 to 10 years. This little CRM example is just one tiny percentage of what it could be and I think will be. So yeah, thank you for the comment. I don't delete comments that don't agree with me. Shout out to you. Honest question to other options traders, are my September expiry calls too soon? I have no idea. I don't do options at all. Robert, I seriously dislike it. There we go. Some hate comments. I was waiting for this. There we go. Good shit, Robin. I seriously dislike it when people say shit like company X is gonna be worth $1 trillion, bazillion, gazillion dollars. Let's go. It's like this guy gets serious. Anything could happen. That company could tank tomorrow. Well, that's the whole idea of the stock market, that anything could happen. You're buying some risk. That's the whole purpose of investing in the stock market. But if you do your homework, you do your research, you place educated guesses on companies you like. I like this company. I don't think you really research that. You're just not a fan of my title, which is okay. Next, when will be 25x in 2500 years? I think it's going to be faster than that, but thank you for the comment. Yes, 500 in 2050. It needs 30 years. I think it's going to be shorter, probably 5 years. So yeah. And Sophie's dad. Hey, Sophie's dad. Shout out to Sophie. Greatly appreciate the insight. Thank you, Palantherapist. I love the word Palantherapist. Here we go. Shout out to Sophie's dad. Good stuff. Good stuff. Dog, good Lord. That was atrocious analysis. I really don't even know where to begin. But I mean, Jabba 6798. I mean, you really haven't said nothing. I really don't know where to begin, so you just quit at least. I mean, give some counter arguments. I mean, that was horrible. I don't know where to begin. End of comment. Where is your counter arguments? I can't really respond to anything like this. 23 plus. I don't know what it means. I think you're referring to the share price. I don't really follow share price short term. Splunk is much better than Palantir. In what? You have to think about what Palantir is and what Splunk is. It's like saying, well, oranges are completely better than apples. I mean, they're different. I don't think they're a good comparison point. These are some very, 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 very generous assumptions you're making. I agree, but I think they'll meet them. I think those require a lot of faith and vision, like I said in my video. If you're not completely sold and in love with this company, probably not a good investment for you. Like Alex Karp said, completely agree. Tom, great video. There's a lot of people who don't understand Palantir. I agree with that. Maybe you can show them highlights of a YouTube video, Palantir at the Los Angeles Police Department, within your next clip. I'll check it out. I know. Oh wait, I saw this. It's on the Palantir YouTube channel, actually, I believe. Yeah, I'm probably going to incorporate it in one of my next videos. Thank you for that. Let's do a few more. Van City Dadpool. Dadpool with an A. I like it. Thanks. Like the video. You should review Data Metrics AI, since they are a competitor to Palantir and sitting at the same tables for government contracts. They have some other verticals right now, such as crypto and blockchain. Okay. Fair comment, but I'm not really familiar with them. Noted. That's a fair response. Okay. Harsh Lakhani. I love that name. But I still don't understand, why did so many of the founders executives sold a good portion of stake in Palantir? Well, the reason being, if you started a company 2 decades ago and you didn't make any money for 17 years, you want to pull out some cash. It's just normal. It's kind of human nature. You're willing to trade off future appreciation, which is going to come in 5 to 10 years, because you want to, you want to get a yacht, you want to spend some time with your family, do some fun stuff. There's a lot of people who take less money like today versus waiting 5 to 10 years, especially if they're already rich. So they're not really ultra motivated by that. Insider selling really doesn't scare me with companies that generate a lot of revenue. And Palantir, even though it's not super, super profitable, adjusted profits in Q4 actually, so they're actually already profitable. But they've been generating a lot of revenues for 17 years. Not really concerned with insider selling at all. Richard Condra says, folks, Palantir is having a hard time getting and staying at 25 to 30. That's like short-term technical analysis. I don't care. I don't really understand the whole idea, but I like his example. So he's referring to the Coors Light commercial. I don't know if you saw it with Jim Mora. There's a really famous commercial with Jim Mora in Coors Light where they ask him, like, I'm going to read the comment. In the words of Coach Jim Mora, playoffs. How about we get one winning day? Then we build on that. So he's essentially saying that I'm calling this too early. And that's a fair comment. It's actually a very famous press conference, and the commercials even better. Playoffs. But I like the company. I see the vision, and I see no issue of drawing my target for the next 5 years. Losing, basically, from your example, if you have a losing squad in the NFL, doesn't mean they can't win the Super Bowl in 5 years if you rebuild correctly. And beyond the fact, I don't think they're losing. They've been winning for 17 years. Tom Nash demands I buy all the Palantir I can. Mortgage the highs and all. That's what I heard. No. That's not what I said, Bo. Shout out for being a subscriber, but that's definitely not what I said. This is not financial advice. I'm just sharing you my due diligence about the company. Don't be selling nothing and mortgaging shit to pay for stocks. What about BFT? I have no idea. Erg, subscriber, Kim, thank you for that. Enough of this woman, please. Let's expand our horizons. You hating on Kathy, Kim? Come on. This is how I view Palantir. They put life on data. The data can talk to you. Isn't that amazing? Scary. I might be wrong. Well, I love it. Well, DAO of Gaming literally cycled through all 6 emotions in one little comment, which is kind of funny. A very nice comment. I'm going to give you a like. Subscriber Project Salvo 184. Well bet. Time to put up my position. Well, you sound like a soldier. You're getting a like. Thank you, Tom. Ronaldo, also a subscriber. No worries. I'm actually going to reply to you and I'm going to give you a like. Okay, let's get some hate comments. Okay, you're right, Tom. I know this because of Seeking Alpha. Bears just wrote up. Yeah, okay. Like, let's get some hate comments. Can we get some hate comments? Okay. Let's look at the Seawolf thing. Seawolf. By the way, Seawolf is a channel member. This little Elon head means you're a channel member. So shout out to Seawolf. Shout out to Ronaldo, who's also a channel member. And there were more, I think, channel members. Ronaldo, I'm sorry I missed that you're a channel member as well. So Elon head means you're a channel member. That's the logo I selected. Major US companies were crunching data like crazy in the 70s, 80s. Let's take GM, for example. The more data they analyze, the more they think they know what the client will buy. Wrong. What the client would like is not what the client will buy. That had been proven in many, many times. So Seawolf is essentially making a case that data is not as important. And that's I guess that's a perception of how the world works, right? We can disagree on that. I think data is important, but I respect your opinion. One more comment, and let's just okay, Morgus Schmorgus, love that name, says, I love you, Tom. You and Kathy can adopt me whenever you want. Greetings from Sweden. And thanks. I think that's a cool comment to end it on. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for you guys for commenting. I'm sorry I couldn't get through more comments. I feel like the video was controversial, but it's important for me to actually explain to you guys that specifically in this video, the controversy, the clickbait, and the very extravagant title and thumbnail in this video was actually not clickbait and was not done for the algorithm. I actually believe in every single word I said. And if you watch the video, I'm going to put the actual link right here on the screen. If you watch the video, you'll get a very structured analysis and very specific points why I think it's the case. This is not one of those videos where I make a claim and, you know, the price is nowhere near that. I actually believe that and I make a case for that. You can hate it, you can like it, but that's my opinion. And as such, it might be wrong, might be inaccurate, might be the ramblings of a madman. Who knows? Please do your own research. This is not financial advice. Do it yourself. Read about Palantir, make your own decision. Allegedly, blah, blah, mother effing blah. Huge shout out to our channel members, all the Elon heads, to the subscribers, and of course, to our growing list of Patreons. If you want to sign up for our Patreon, the link is going to be in the pinned comment below. I'll see you in the next video.